Yeah, so I was wondering how it works, interacting, conversing with people.
Okay, well, I mean, every game's a little different. Some of them you can just talk to them, like no problem. You can just, get your headset out and all of you can hear each other right here. Or you can just type them. Like in a place like this, you can type other real life players, on a keyboard, like say on a computer. Not for this game, but for some. But on this game, you would go over to who you want to talk to. We'll talk to this lady. First we'll dance. and then
Great move.
Then, so I'll highlight her, I'll hit the interact button. And when I do that, I have the options then. I can join her fire team. That means I can join her to play a game, but see how it's grayed out? So she has that option blocked. So I can't do that. She wants you to be a friend of hers on her list type thing before. She just doesn't want random people joining her out of nowhere. She wants to send you an invite. So, or I can invite her to my fire team. So I click that. It would send her a thing when it pops up. She says yes or no. If she says yes, she joins my fire team, and then we can talk to each other through our headsets, no problem. Or I can just I can report them if they're being rude or cursing and I don't like it, or cheating, or whatever. If I wanted to, I can report them. Or I can launch Party App, and this will let us talk through headsets, no problem, but not actually play together. So I can hit that, just say, hey, do you want to play a mission? Yeah, all right, and then she'd know to accept my fire team thing.
So it seems there's a lot of kind of security built in. You're able to kind of control who gets into your group.
Yeah, and if I look, I might even have some of that set up in my thing. If you look over here, this is my fire team. It's only me. These are my friends on Xbox Live. These are the two who are currently online. So right now I could send, my friend Brian here a message and say, do you want to play? And he would just pop up right in here. This would be my fire team. But there is, I think it's in the settings. We go to, voice. You can pick team voice channel, manually opt in when solo. There's different things you can pick, so it's I only hear the people on my team. I don't hear all the other people running around this town and things like that. Or I could pick it so that I do hear everybody else in this town. So, but that's kind of annoying sometimes, right? This lady is just standing here. She might be screaming at a child or her mother or whatever, and I got that screaming in my ear. So I usually only set it up to hear everybody if I want to listen to everybody, if I'm looking for random people to play with. So but if not, I just leave it as it is, and then when my friends sign on, if they want to play, we just join each other and then we can talk, no problem, and then we play.
Another strange question I have. Of course, you've spoken about a lot of positive experiences. Have you had any negative experiences? I mean, can anything go wrong?
Oh yeah. Cheaters is terrible. Yeah, because it ruins the fun for everybody. I mean, not everybody can cheat, but there's people who can, I don't even know what they do, but they basically have hacked systems of the console, the game, and they cheat. So where, for example, we're running around and I'm shooting people, say 3 bullets normally kills them in a game. No bullets might hurt them. They might be invincible, but you don't know that. And then the game might end and nobody killed them, but they got 50 kills when the average person got 8. Because they're just ruining it for everybody. And then that's terrible, and it's not fun for anybody, because what's the point in playing a game if you want to cheat? So if that happens, that's when you would go in and do something like I showed you here, and go report player. And then once enough people do that, I mean, they would probably get their account looked at by Microsoft or Sony or whoever, and then at that point, once they saw what was going on, they would more than likely ban that account, so that person's gone.
And do people cheat?
Oh yeah. And not near as much as they do on computers, because computers it's easier to cheat, but on consoles, every once in a while you'll get people that cheat. And most people just have no idea how they're even able to do it, which is true. But you can tell it's cheating, as it's just the physics are impossible, of the stuff they're doing and that. They might have a cheat on where they can run through walls, so they'll go in here, you know, and be standing in back there, and it's a place you cannot get in the game, right? Like it's impossible to do that. So yeah, but I mean, yeah, that's negative, and yeah, I don't know, just kind of one big negative I find is how everybody, no, I shouldn't say everybody, not at all, but a lot of people are extremely not themselves on online games. And you see the same thing on Facebook and Twitter, and it's like people say things and act ways they would never do in person. Like for example, like racism, like, and people being racist, people just name calling, you know, just people being complete, I don't know, jerks. Like, and it's not things people would ever do in real life. Like, I mean, for example, if let's say I was Asian and I had a picture of my Asian face as my avatar, if I set it up that way, and then you'd be playing online with a bunch of non-Asian people, and then I get the Asian, like, say I start winning and it's annoying them, there'd be nothing but like Asian slurs and, you know, like bad names and that. But now, and I can guarantee you these same people would never say this in real life, like in a supermarket to an Asian person or whatever race, or, you know, and to me I think that's just I don't know, it's just really disturbing. But it shows a way that people, I don't want to say they're true colors, but I want to say it does show a way that people can and do hide behind avatars.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It seems that people have a certain freedom or a certain liberty with this anonymity,
right?
To do whatever they want. But as you were saying, it's probably something that it's part of them. It's something that they want to express,
right?
And is in fact perhaps their true self.
Yeah, exactly. Like, even if they, you know, I mean, maybe they might go all day and say it's not, you know, to everybody that they know. Once they're alone and nobody knows who they are, I mean, to me, that's the definition of your true self, right? Like, so yeah, it's a little, I mean, that's annoying. And you know, I say it's like, I don't want to make that sound like it's everybody. It's not at all. But it's still a disturbing amount of people like that. And that's the type of things me and my friends would use the report a player for. And it is a, you know, an issue, because it is one of like the options when you pick report a player. You have maybe 6 different preset Ys, like, you know, that you can pick, like drop down. Like, are they cheating? Are they being offensive, foul language, racism? Like, you know what I mean? So it's definitely something we report anytime we come across it, because I mean, it's just a fun game. I mean, the key word there is fun.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
And some people like just take it way too far. You know.
But it is interesting at the same time that that we can find these true selves, these true people, these real people in a not so real environment.
Yeah,
do you know
absolutely.
what I mean?
And to me, that's the ironic part of it. Like, I mean, that's the part where it's like, okay, if it's sad. It's sad that, like, okay, it's come to the point where you're not yourself in real life, and you have to retreat to a place like this to be yourself. And you know, it's probably because the same people have no friends elsewhere. I mean, that might sound mean, but they have no friends elsewhere. They're probably, you know, still in, if they're probably old enough not to be, but still in their mother's basement. They're probably very sheltered in terms of education. You know, they probably just got by, you know, high school. I mean, clearly I'm making a lot of assumptions here, but
yeah,
to me, I think that would be the ideal profile for these individuals. You know, like, they're just socially awkward in any circle and afraid to act like this in public, and they feel more comfortable here, hiding behind an avatar or whatever, and that's where they again let their true colors kind of shine. You know.
Yeah. So coming back to the parenting perspective, again,
absolutely. Parents
should keep an eye on that, and make sure Jimmy or Helen or whoever gets outside and interacts with real people.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't think you need to, like, I mean, I totally think, you know, games like this, and like any game, should be played by any any kid, I mean, provided the rating system is suitable for them and all that jazz. But I definitely think it needs to be limited. But at the same time, I don't think it needs to be done in a way so it's not forced limitation. It needs to be done in a way that children are taught to only want to play X amount because they want to do these other things like go outside and talk with people and have real physical fun. Mm-hmm. It's like one type of games I don't like is like a lot of sport games. Like I really don't like hockey and baseball and like skateboarding games like the Tony Hawk games, because the main reason I don't like those games is why do I want to sit in my house and play a virtual version of that when I can just go outside and play a game of road hockey with my friends?
And yet they're so popular.
Yeah, exactly. But that blows my mind about those. Like that is a type of game. If I had a kid, I would never get them started on. Like I would never say, here, learn 5 million controls so you can ride this fake skateboard good. I'd buy him a skateboard and say, let's go outside, while the sun's still out. But I don't know. That might just be me. But
I agree.
Like if I play a game, I want it to be like this, like something different, something I don't see in the real world, like every day. I want to see, a big planet up there. I want to see a destroyed city down there, a little safe haven here, some cool ships.
So the fantasy, the fantastical element, there is reality. I guess grounded in reality, there is some human elements, but also some, I guess, extra. I don't know what I want to say, but
there is. There really is, though. I mean, like, look at this. Here's this bounty hunter guy. He's a robot. Like, that's awesome. If Walmart cashiers were robots, I'd go to Walmart every day. But they're not. So I'll come here to see them. But I like things that are different. I mean, again, if I want to ride a skateboard, I'll buy a skateboard and I'll go outside, and like this isn't something I can just do on my own, like see something like this. And then on top of play a story around this. Like that's the good thing, right? With the stories, like how did that city down there get decimated like that? What is that in Earth's orbit? I know I'm on Earth. How the hell did that thing get there? And that's where the story comes in, right? Like what got us to where we're at here now. And then that goes with why am I doing what I'm doing now? I say I, but it's really him, my avatar.
Sure. So popular games, they spark this curiosity. They tell a story. There are new places to go, new people to see and meet.
Yep.
Challenges to overcome.
Right. Absolutely, like all of those things, there really are. And I don't know, to me, they're just. Do you remember when we were little and you used to be able to get those books, those choose your own adventure books? Yeah. Like, you'd read up to like page 7 and the door is suddenly starting to come open while so-and-so is, hiding because he thinks it's Jimmy coming to get him. And you can, if you want to punch Jimmy in the face, turn to page 12. If you want to hide under the bed, turn to page 32. Yeah. And that's what games are like now. Yeah. Like to me anyway, it's the same kind of thing. It's just, I'm older, so it's the older version of choose your own adventure books. It's it's a story, but it's one that you have a partial amount of control over. And
you're in the story.
Yeah. Pretty neat. And see now this guy down there, what's his name? That level 15 guy. I can't read his name from there. But anyway, like see, he's going out. When he leaves here, he'll go in one of these planets, do a level that I might have already done, or something. He might be going to do something I haven't even seen yet, It's kind of neat.
So it's almost a never-ending story.
This game is actually definitely designed like that. It is designed to be an ever-growing, never-ending story. Like they'll constantly update missions and stuff like that. Which it's different, but it's definitely like a new version of this type of game. Yeah. Here, look, here's my little floaty guy. Then you just push that to go to orbit. And then I'm going to go to orbit, and I'm right back where I started, where I can look at the maps, go to another planet to do a mission, and that kind of thing.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for showing me your games.
Well, this is only one small taste, but
Yes.
but yeah, it's
Destiny.
I mean, yeah, this is Destiny. It's a newer one, but it's not as in depth as a lot of them, but it gives you the basic idea of more or less all of them. You know how and what they do. So
Fascinating. Yeah, I want to know more. I'm going to check this out.
Yeah.